What's up? Here we are at Red Lodge Mountain. Conditions are a little milder out here. There's no snow. You could see the snow's all melting on the ground. It's a little overcast, but it's a lot warmer than it was in Billings. It was about 6 degrees when I left. It's like 26 up here right now. So let's get up on the mountain. I'll walk you through my setup. All right, I'm up here at the top of the bunny slope. My gear is a LibTech T-Rice Pro board. I have the Burton X Step On bindings, and I have the Burton ION boots. This setup is ultra stiff. It is not made for the terrain park. Reason for that is because I have a leg disability. My left calf doesn't actually work, so I can't really stand tiptoe. I can't press off of it, so I needed the stiffest setup that I could find. After talking to a Burton rep, this is what I landed on. This is my second season with it. So I'll be walking you guys through what I like, how it helps me, where the limitations might be. The snow cover is thin, but because it's warm, it's in the mid-20s, it's really responsive. You can really carve an edge in. So for my first run, I'm gonna feel out the snow. I'm gonna just mellow into it, get my turns in, and then we'll kind of hit the park, do some drops, and then see kind of how the bindings respond that way. I've been a traditional bindings rider for my whole life up until last season when I got this boot and binding setup. I can really notice the difference switching between the two. I can give a really good comparison. Right now, I'm about to get into my board, and this is everybody's most asked question. Everybody wants to know, how easy is it to get in? Is it as convenient as it's advertised to be? My answer to that is yes. Take a look. 2 clicks. Heel, front, outside. That's it. I'm bound in. I'm standing up. I didn't have to bend over at all. That is so nice. I don't have much balance on my left calf, which is my leading leg, which is also the leg that I glide with. So I have to have my right leg out, which is my functional leg. That's what keeps me upright. I have almost no gliding turn capabilities with my left leg. It makes it kind of difficult for me to do the fancy sliding step in, so I won't really be able to demonstrate that to you in this video. What I just did is the standing step in. I'm also gonna show you guys the sitting step in, because lots of times you're gonna be seated on your butt and you're gonna have to get in. You're gonna fall, you're gonna be waiting, you'll be sitting around a lot, you might have to unbind, crawl out of trees, and you'll have to get back in on an angle. Not always possible standing up. One aspect that was particularly important to me was the stiffness between traditional bindings and step-on bindings. Logic would follow that traditional bindings lead to a stiffer setup because of the extra strap that goes over the top of the foot to provide additional rigidity. However, Burton did a fantastic job stiffening up their whole line of step-on boots to match that gain in rigidity. So what I've found is that even switching between an ultra stiff traditional binding setup and an ultra stiff step-on setup, the step-on setup is actually significantly more rigid, and that is something that is very valuable to me. It might not be to you, but it is something to consider. I'm gonna do a seated entry this time, and that's gonna show you how easy it is to step into these bindings, whether you're up or down, on a slope or on level ground. So you're gonna listen for the same thing. 3 clicks, and I'm in. I'm ready to ride. that was a really fun run. I got to really lean into the bindings, really pressed into my shins on these. That's not gonna be the same for every boot and every binding stiffness. Burton offers the step-ons in a variety of stiffness levels. It's really gonna depend on what kind of riding you do and how much you're willing to spend. For me, I had to buy the stiffest available because of the calf injury. It really, really helps. I can lean into my shin. I don't have to press off of my tiptoe. That makes the riding a lot more enjoyable. I can actually carve into each turn instead of sliding into each turn. What I want out of this particular boot and binding setup is for the gear to take the impact more than my ankle. That's very important to me. It's very important to the longevity of my calf. So one thing I haven't done yet is show you how to take them off. And I think it's actually more difficult to take them off than put them on. So that's kind of like, I guess, my only slight gripe with them. It's more difficult to do standing up, especially for me with my balance issue. If I have to balance on one foot, I'm not very good at it because you have to click the button down and then pull up while balancing on the other leg. It's also really easy if you're sitting down, but it's actually easier to take off traditional bindings while standing, is what I've found. Now, as far as riding goes, they are perfect for me. They are perfectly stiff. They keep my ankles rigid. Even if I wipe out and land really hard on a toe edge, I can trust that even with a paralyzed calf that my foot won't bend back too far. So that's really nice. I have tons of control, but the most important thing to me is the rigidity. The carving is so much easier than with traditional bindings. I would highly, highly recommend this product for just about anybody. It makes life so much easier. Thanks for watching The Frontier with Julius. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Are the step-on bindings for you? I hope this video helped you decide. Thanks, and we'll see you again next time.